Channel the yellow at the back. Could channel the yellow at the back. Didn't want to leave that there.
Right now, I should be on, but why can I not see this?
The red, yellow onto the red on the right hand side there. It just makes that Swedish
Oh, there it is. But why can I not see? Now I can hear myself. So,
He's really not liking the shot of Vicky and Jeff.
I have to switch that off, otherwise they'll hear that. Who's that? Somebody spoke. Tested, 1, 2, 3, all good. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that, Steve, but yeah. Just watching it, you won't believe I'm actually watching the curling, the women's curling. I remember, I think it was back in the 90s. No, early 2000s. I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning to watch the final of the women's curling. Yeah, it's probably, early 2000s, some Olympics games or other. Sport mad. But anyway, Steve, how are you, mate? How's Bangkok? This man lives in Bangkok. Yeah, he lives there. Mind you, what's it? 9 o'clock at 25 past 9 at night. Hello, Frosty. Testing 4, 5, 6. Even how are you, Frosty? All right, mate. How's your look, mate? Now, I've had a couple of games of poker on Ladbrokes. Not been doing too bad. But that's about it. I haven't had my football shit. Yeah, I mean, it's a technical game, isn't it? But then again, it's sport, so all good. Yeah, my look's not. My football's not good. My look on the football's no good. The horses, I've just gave up. I'll wait for Cheltenham. I'll wait for Cheltenham 3 weeks away. Where are you going? You're going upstairs?
Yeah.
Why? You don't want to stay down here with me? No, if you don't want to stay down.
Stay here if you want.
Nice.
Stay here.
No, if you don't want to stay here, you can go upstairs.
Let's stay here.
Did he get it working? Did I get what working? Did he get it? There's your mate.
What?
See that Kicks TV? Kicks TV? Kicks.
We meet him right
In Koh Samet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the man you meet in Koh Samet. Yeah. Yes. When we watched the fire show. Yeah. He's back in England now, but I think he's going back over soon. But poker is good. Came first, third, and second in the last live tournament at G Casino. Running good at the moment. Oh, right. Well, yeah, I know it's getting worse though, isn't it? Hello. Yeah. I'm at the moment. I've just had a couple of getting back into it. Just had a couple of tournaments online. Mainly sit and goes. First week of April is going back. So you're going back to Songkran? Oh, yeah, because you love Songkran, don't you? But I've got bad news for you, mate. You want to sit down? I've got bad news for you. Songkran's been cancelled. Songkran's been cancelled, mate. Apparently. It's going to be a subdued affair for Songkran this year. Did you know that?
I don't know. How do you know?
But, so they'll be saying online that it's Songkran's going to be a subdued affair, like last year.
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah.
Bad.
Hello, Dave. How are you, mate? How's your look? Not going for so. Will you stop calling me Dad? Jesus Christ, I'm not that much older than you, before you start. Right. Yeah, we've got, we're hoping to go back When do you reckon? When are we going to go back?
December.
Not December.
I don't know.
Maybe hang on, March, April, maybe May. May go back. May go back. May go back. June for my birthday. Songkran isn't cancelled, John. Just been told to put this super soaker away. Yes. Yeah, that's not. Is it windy? Well, it's not actually, to be honest, I don't think it's as bad as where it is down where you are. I was talking to somebody down there earlier on today, and he says it's really bad. The winds have just started to pick up, and we've just got the rain now. So we're only supposed to get 80-mile-an-hour winds. Hello, go. How are you going, mate? You all right? Another one in Bangkok.
Don't know.
No, goes another one in Bangkok. Yeah. If I'll put the we'll super soak in the. Hang on, let me just whack that up.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I show you what I do. Okay. This is what I do. I go like that, and then I go like that. And then if anybody wants to join me and chat with me, they can. Because I give them the link. It's crazy here, Southeast. Yeah. Well, we've just had what do you call what we've just had? An indoor barbecue or what? No, what's it actually called?
Just barbecue.
Just a barbecue.
Hot pot.
Hot pot. We've just had an indoor.
Thai is like
What?
Mogotai or something. Yeah, it's barbecue.
Barbecue. We've just had an indoor barbecue with a hot pot. You know,
Grill.
We've just done grilled prawns, grilled pork. So. Plenty of wind after John's sampled all that Isan home cooking. No, actually, I'll be honest with you. Not for me. You've done me noodles, ain't you? And then this barbecue, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, the rest of the time I'm staying away from it. Yeah, that's what it's.
Mogotai, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what she called it. But me, I just call it a grill. But yeah. We bought one. It was funny because we bought one when we was down in Hua Hin, didn't we?
Yeah.
Bought two because one weren't powerful enough. Bought two while we were down in Hua Hin. Obviously left them over there when we came back here. And then when we got back here, she says, I want a barbecue. So I ordered another one on Amazon. And she says to me, when's it coming? I said, not till late next week. 22nd, 23rd. Turned up this morning. Yeah. We went.
Thai people love it.
Yeah. We went Koh Samet. And while we were on Koh Samet, we were there for 6 days, weren't it? And I think you had that 4 out of 6 days.
Yeah, I can have every day.
Yeah. She had it 4 out of 6 days while we were on Koh Samet.
You get fat,
Yeah, it was, what was it? It was $399 baht. Eat as much as you want, wasn't it? Something like that.
Where is it?
On Koh Samet.
No, 199.
100.
Yeah, it's buffet.
199 baht. Eat as much as you want. That was it on Koh Samet. So we were. She had it 4 days, but I love the liver. They marinate it in something, and I love the liver, and the liver and the prawns were doing me. I just kept having them. But the prawns still had the skin, still had the coats on and the heads on. I don't like all that fiddly bit, but yeah, it was all right. But we had it up in Isan, didn't we? And I don't know, up there it's over the one down in Koh Samet, it was on an electric grill, but up in Isan it was on a coal fire. Well, coal fire is how I'm going to describe it. And it was, yes, it was a bit weird, a bit different, because there wasn't hardly enough room for it. Looked more like a wheel than a thingy. You know, a car wheel. It cooked more like on that. But yeah, it was all right. But we'll be doing that. We got guests tomorrow.
Mm.
We got guests for a few days tomorrow, so no doubt that'll be out again sometime over the next couple of days. No doubt. So anyway, like I say, this was just watching the curling. Thought I'd pop on and say hello to everyone, see if everybody's thinking all ready for after we had a good win last night. I don't mind coming on after we win at football. If we lose at football, you don't see me for days. But if we win, I'll pop on and say hello. So just checking the score.
If Eve Muirhead removes this, would Anna Hasselborg just put the guard back in, do you think?
Oh, it's the 9th end, and we're lying. Oh, Jesus Christ, how many are we lying there?
Even she's thinking, where do I go here?
Do I know Blue Van Man? Not personally. He lives very close to me, but I don't know him personally. I do know he lives. Well, he lives the other side of the city. I think. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I think he lives the other side of Leicester. I think. If it is the one, I'll just have a double check. Blue Van Man. Sure it is. I'm sure he lives the other side of Leicester. Some guy owns a blue van doing this for fun. I don't edit, play music, or have any fancy effects on my review. Just plain and simple me. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah, I'm sure he lives in the same city as me. I'm sure he lives on the other side of the city, though. Pretty certain. I've seen him before, so I would say that he does, but he used to go watch Foxes years ago. Same as me, mate. I grew up watching them buggers. I watched them in some shit leagues, and I'm watching them play shit football now, to be honest. We're playing absolutely terrible. That Daka is garbage. Oh, come on, give him a chance. He ain't really having a run, is he? But we've got a couple of players. I can't stand him. Iheanacho. Oh, no. I'll tell you what, he had a good half of the season last season, and before that, he couldn't hit a barn door from the inside. Seriously. He's not a good player. Not a good player at all. But I think you know, to be honest, we've got to turn the corner eventually. I think if we finish, not at the minute, Dave. He came on last night. He was on for 10 minutes and he had a turn. Korean barbecue. Oh my God, don't even get me started.
Shabu.
You
know?
Shabu, what's shabu?
Yeah, we eat in 299 for one person.
Oh, right.
They have sushi.
Oh, is that the one that?
Yes.
The one that we used to eat all the time down in Wahin, and then we go.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah, I do like that kicks, and I like the Korean as well. We went quite regular to Soy 13 for the Korean. It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah,
it's good 13.
Yeah. But I like Daka. I had him in my FPL team at the start of the season, but Rodgers didn't play. That's what I say. You've got to give him a chance. I mean, he needs to play regular for him to think it. But yeah, I mean, we got a young side, so we really need to this season. If we finish 10th, anywhere 10th and above, I'll be happy with the season. Especially the fact we've got another 2 went off injured. Stu D. Leicester City got to wake up this season. Well, no, like I say, I think we'll finish about 10th, Stu. Mind you, don't you take the piss, mate. Not after your defence on last Sunday. Jesus Christ. I thought you had half a Leicester City defenders playing for you last Sunday because you were shit. I know, your defence was shit. What's that now you lost? Kicks, Stu, is that 3 on the bounce now? Have you lost 3 on the bounce? Because I hate to rub it in. Oh, yeah, definitely. Tierman, definitely. Oh, no, I don't think he's overrated. I think he's a big fish in a small pond at the minute. But I think if he goes to another club, he'll get found out to be. But he's got some class. I think he'll go abroad, and I think he'll go Juventus. He cannot go to Arsenal. Not if he wants to play Champions League, because he'll never play Champions League at Arsenal, because Arsenal will never qualify for Champions League. So he'll never play Champions League at Arsenal. But, you know, I mean, it's like, oh, no, not being funny, but it's like going to Tottenham, innit? You know, at the minute, you know, but he'll end up abroad. Juventus will be my on the plus side. You only have Man City away. Yeah, but I'd hate to rub it in, Stu, but you do realise that Arsenal are now 3 points in front of you on the same games. No longer games in hand on Arsenal. They are 3 points in front of you on the same games. You cannot let Arsenal finish above you. You cannot. Tottenham cannot allow it. Cannot allow it. So stay in your lane. No, hey, Kicks, I'm only stating the truth. The truth is they're 3 points above you on the same games. I think now, you're, if I said this, I'd have you two jumping down my throat. I personally think now that you are, Stu, you don't want a little bet on that deal? A little fun bet? A little fun bet that they'll finish above you? Just a bit of a fun bet, nothing more, nothing less. You know, I'll have a beer with you. I'll have a beer on it that they finish above you. Just trying to look at the league now. I think, well, you've got 3 games in hand on Man U and you're 7 points behind them, so you can go above them. You've got 3 games in hand on West Ham and you're 5 points behind them. You can go above them. So you're still fighting for 4th. It could be 33 points at Top Bridge Day. We'll do you a favour this weekend because we'll turn Wolves over. So we'll beat Wolves this weekend, which will do you a favour. You've got Man City. Who's where are you going? Yeah. Newcastle, West Ham. That I'll tell you what. Newcastle are going. They can beat West Ham easy. Arsenal, Brentford. That's 3 points for Arsenal. Man City, Tottenham, Southampton, Everton. Yeah, I think West Ham will struggle against Newcastle. Arsenal will beat Brentford. Chelsea will beat Crystal Palace. Liverpool will beat Norwich. And Man City will get a draw against you. Yeah. Your better Knights tab. Okay, I'll set you up on that. Hang on a minute. Is that mine and your tab, not the... Yeah, go on then. I'll set you up on it, Kicks. Yeah, complete tab for a night. All right. Hello, Steve. Just talking about your beloved West Ham. I said, I think you got an odd game this weekend because I think Newcastle have just hit form at the right time, and I think that you could be struggling. Oh, I'm putting that up. I'm letting that go through, Stu. You ain't going to struggle. Somebody's just said, talking of shit teams. Hello, Steve. Stu D, the Tottenham fan. Ooh. Yeah, well. But like I say, who's got... Hang on a minute. Didn't I just see that Leeds have got Man U on Sunday? Leeds Man U Sunday. That could... I'll tell you what. That could go either way. Leeds Man U, because I don't like Man U full stop, but I don't rate them. I won't tell you what I normally call them, but... Tab for you and me. Yep, I'm up for that, Kicks. I'm definitely up for that. Hello, Steve the Legend. Does that mean he's fucking old when you call him Steve the Legend? But yeah, but I think the top four, if I don't know. The top four, well, the fourth place will go to anyone between Man U, West Ham, Arsenal, Tottenham. So, top two are gone. The top two are up there, aren't they? So, Man City and Liverpool first and second. And then you got two places, and I think you got five sides. You got Chelsea, Man U, West Ham, Arsenal, and Tottenham fighting for two places. So Tottenham, if they win all the games in hand, will go. If they win the games in hand on thing, they'll go 45 points, 2 points clear. But if West Ham play like they did against us, I think they'll struggle. Truthfully, I think they'll struggle. And if Tottenham play like they did last Sunday, I think they'll struggle as well. Just got in having a bad hair day. Hello, Joe. How are you, mate? You're having a bad hair day. No, I've got no hair, so I can't have a bad hair day. But we've not got it as bad up here. Sounds like you lot have got it really, really bad, but we haven't. Up here, it's not as bad. So... I see your other side is struggling a bit, Stu. Your other favourite side is struggling. I mean, to be honest, if Reading and Derby hadn't have had points deducted, you would have been right in the shit, wouldn't you? I mean, you're struggling anyway, but. No, I was watching Leicester. So, Hammers will finish sixth at worst. Yeah, but that's, I mean, I'm not being funny, Joe, but that's quite a disappointing place to be, isn't it? From where you have been for a lot of the season, like fourth and fifth, to actually finish sixth would be a very disappointing season for you. It's like us when we were up in the top four for ages and then we finished fifth on the final day. We did that 2 seasons running. It was disappointing, even though we overachieved, and we are overachieving all the time. But even though we overachieved on them 2 seasons, it was still disappointing because we'd always been in the top 4. I think it was it last season or the season before? I think it was last season. We were the only side that hadn't been out of the top 4 until the last game of the season. So, yeah, to finish 6th would be a disappointing season for you. But, yeah, But still, I see your Peterborough struggling a bit, or your posh, as they're called, are struggling. Oh, I went. Where did we go? Tuesday? No, Monday. Hold on, what day are we on now? Friday. Friday. So it would have been Wednesday. Could have been Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday, we went to the Asian supermarket to buy the fish sauce that she'd had taken off her. And yes, we have well overachieved. I don't think you have, Steve. I think, to be honest, well, what's his name still at Tottenham? Sorry, not Tottenham, Peterborough. What's his bloody name? He was a direct. He was manager. He was manager. Then he moved up to director. And what's his bloody name? And then he was football advisor, whatever he was. Yeah, we got a fish sauce. We finally got it. Yes, and we bought one of them. What they're called, mortar and pestles or whatever they're called. The big thing, so she can do a salad. But what's his name? Yeah, that's it, Barry Fry. Yeah, is he still? Probably Stu D's gone, but I was going to ask Stu if Barry Fry's still there, because he was proper Peterborough, weren't he? In the end, yeah. And then we, like I say, Steve, then we bought a grill so she can have a bloody hot pot. So it was a grill with the hot pot in the middle. So we've just had that for lunch today. So but yeah, he remortgaged the house without telling the wife, didn't he? Yeah, he did a lot of things, didn't he, old Barry Fry? I remember there was was it the Fly on the Wall with him in it? I'm getting spoilt. I don't know about that, Steve. I really don't know about that. I did get spoiled at Valentine's Day. I will be honest. On Monday, I did get spoilt, but no, I'm not getting spoilt now. I'm definitely not getting spoiled. It's the other way around. She's the one getting spoiled. Looks like we lost Stu D before I could find out whether Barry Fry. I don't know. I'll have to Google it. Is Barry Fry still at Peterborough? When it comes up, is Barry Fry still alive? No, I just want to know if he's still at Peterborough. That was what come up when I did it. Is Barry Fry still at Peterborough? Yes, married. Currently director of football at Peterborough. Yeah, so he is still there. You lost your tree in the garden. Well, so I was just saying, Steve. So far, we haven't had that much wind here. Really haven't. We've had a lot of rain, but we haven't had much wind at the moment. Whether it'll pick up over tonight, I'm hoping not, because we've got somebody travelling down from up north to visit us for 3 or 4 days, so we can do without having to drive up somewhere to pick her up. So, because no doubt I'll have to if she don't bleed and make it this far. So But I won't get a word in edgeways how strong tomorrow. You've only got 2 trees. I got no trees in this garden, chopped them out. Well, if anybody wants to pop on, they're more than welcome. I just, like I says, I just come on to do a quick live stream while I was thinking, just because we got a result last night. We didn't look too bad. Some of our players looked quite decent. We had a couple of injuries though. But yeah, Foran, is it Wes Foran? He's back training today, so they reckon he might be making an appearance. We've got a week off next week, so it'll be the week after. So here we're coming back. They reckon that Evans will be out till, what was I saying for him? April. He's out till April. Young James, he's out till April. He's had an operation. Castagna, he's injured. He's out. He's out till at least middle of March. Vardy, he's out till the middle of March. We've got a lot of injuries, really. You know, a lot of injuries. But not making excuses. We're shit. We might have injuries, but we're still shit. We cannot stop leaking goals. Even last night against a second-rate side, and no disrespect to them, but they are. I mean, you know, they've not played a competitive match for 67 days, and even they scored against us. You know, went in at half time 1-1. We can't defend set pieces. We're crap in defence. We started off zone marking, then they switched it to man-to-man marking, and now they're not too sure whether they're zone marking or man-to-man marking. In actual fact, I watched the corner yesterday, right at the end of the game, and they were doing both. Yes, I did, Dave. I watched the absolute humiliation by Forest. They outplayed us, outclassed us, and they beat us fair and square. No shit about that. We were shit. Absolutely crap. You know, we didn't even deserve to be on the same pitch as them. And they definitely should not have picked the wages up. They were crap. They didn't deserve to get paid. They should have donated the wages to charity, the way they played. You know, so... But I watched a couple of games over that weekend. I loved the fact that, you know, I watched a couple of decent games. But yeah, Leicester wasn't one of them. But yeah. Well, I've got a beer on Arsenal finishing above Tottenham, and I've got a night on the piss on the same bet. So I'm quite happy with them 2 bets. Oh, just a bit, Dave. Like I say, I mean, they deserved the win. There was nothing. There was not one player in the Leicester side that could come out of there with any credit. He's back. Ferguson's still at Posh. No, he left. Didn't he leave to go somewhere like Preston? Get the sack from Preston and then go back? Did he get the sack? Or did he went somewhere like, I'm pretty sure it was Preston, but it was somewhere like that. He left to go to another club, got the sack, and then went back. A bit like Cloughy did. Do you remember him? Nigel Clough. He left Burton to go to Derby, got the sack from Derby and went back to Burton. Posh versus Man City in the FA Cup. Where's that? Is it actually at Peterborough? Because that'd be a cracking game to go and watch if it is. Ah, right. I was right. It was Preston, weren't it? Yeah. Cheap option. Yeah. Any big mates with Barry Fry? That's why. That's why he keeps getting back in there. Because he was never a. I tell you what. Yeah, okay. Just in case anybody comes on and tries to do him, so long as he don't get upset that I'll do it to him. But there you go, he can have one. That's just in case anybody comes on and tries to do it and deletes him for no reason. So yeah, okay, he can have a spanner. If he objects, I'll take it off him. But as long as he don't object to having one, he can have one. But yeah, he was never a good footballer. Never a good footballer. Used to play centre half, if I'm correct, if my memory serves me properly. He played up Scotland for a while. I'm sure he did. And then came down south or the other way. Taking his cut into his back. I tell you what, Barry Fry was old school. Him and Redknapp, well known for taking brown envelopes. Well known for getting a little bit of a cut of every transfer. Barry Fry and Harry, old Harry. How tall was it? Oh, right. You're still on about the tree that's been knocked down. I wonder what you're on about then, Dave. We're talking football. You go, how tall was the tree? I would have thought you were talking about Forest. Well, I was actually talking to somebody. I did a live stream the other day and we was talking about Notts Forest then, and I was talking about Robin Hood, and somebody didn't even know that Robin Hood came from Nottingham. How was the flight? The flight was okay, Niall. The flight was okay, very quiet. Row of 3 to myself, row of 3 to herself. Very, very quiet flight. Very quiet flight. The only problem we had was, like I say, the 28 kilos of food that she put in her suitcase. That's the only problem we had, was the fact that she was overweight with the suitcases. But other than that, the flight was pretty good. Direct. I think there's 3 direct flights now. All leave at midnight and all arrive at 6:20 in the morning. So Thai Air, I think it's Tuesday, could be Wednesday, might be, yeah, Wednesday morning, early hours of Wednesday morning, early hours of Thursday morning, and early hours of Sunday morning. They're the only 3 direct flights. Don't need a PCR test, you see, if you go direct. I know there's some places, if you fly through, I always get this wrong, is it Qatar? If you fly through Qatar, you don't need a PCR test. But if you fly through Dubai, you do. Yeah, well, they didn't check that one. I was all right with that. No, seriously, I don't know whether you heard the story now, but she had the fish sauce took off her, and she took it. That says to her, she was really overweight on the suitcase, and that says to her, can you take 2 kilos out? You're still going to be overweight, but take 2 kilos out, because you know the old loaders, or whatever you call them, the porters, they struggle to pick a pissing suitcase up that weighs 35 kilos. So she took, unbeknownst, she took 2 kilos of fish sauce out, a 10-pack of fish sauce. Took it out, shoved it in her hand luggage, walks through to customs. And as soon as she got to customs, they turn around and says, you can't bring this on. It's over 100 mil a bottle. Each bottle's got more than 100 mil in. So they took the 10 pack of fish sauce off her. I've never seen a grown woman cry. I've never seen one cry so much. Really, truthfully, she would make her upset. But the only thing I found is, the duty frees are open, but they've got no. They don't got no English cigarettes there. And not that I smoke myself, but you know, like you normally you buy 200 Benson Hedges or whatever. You know, 200 B&H, bring back, give them to a friend or whatever. No, the only cigarettes they're selling duty free at the minute are Thai cigarettes, and I didn't have a clue what they were, so I didn't bother. But yeah, none of the eateries were open. You know, like all the restaurants that used to be open that you can go and get something to eat before you. So yeah, it was very quiet, very quiet. So, but it was quite simple. This end, you know, we landed at 6:20. We were in the taxi driving away by 7:20, which isn't bad, considering they had to check her. She had to go through immigration with a visa and everything. It wasn't bad. Niall, I've noticed you use plenty of Air product these days compared to the rugged Outback look of old. Oh, right, okay. Niall, just a question, mate. What the hell's happening to Leinster this season? Not that I'm not thinking, I'm being genuine. What the hell's happened to them this season? Because you've gone from absolutely hammering everything you're going to really struggling, ain't you? Or is it just me? Is it just me? Or are you struggling? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. I saw you were not up where you usually are. Maybe it is me. No, not our best season. Oh, right. We'll be lucky to make the 8s final. Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. So I was right when I am right when I saw it. Yeah, I thought you would. I saw you would. But that was, I mean, was it last season when you had an absolute, 2 seasons. For 2 seasons, you had an absolute phenomenal seasons. And then it looks like the wheels fell off it. But yeah, I have been watching. I have been keeping a check on them. But yeah. Conditioner gay. I ain't got that. I use wash and went. That's what happened to me. King Power must be getting roasted. I'm sure the duty frees are cool. Ooh, I can't get involved in that, mate. Not my beloved King Power. Cannot get involved in that. You know. Mind you, it was quite funny. When I was in Thailand, I was the football shirts. I could buy any football shirt I wanted. Well, any of the top teams except for Tottenham. Seriously, and I'm not just saying that because I've got a couple of Tottenham fans on here. I'm being genuine. I couldn't find a Tottenham. Could find West Ham. Could find Leeds. Obviously, millions of Liverpool shirts, millions of Chelsea shirts, Man City, Man U, even Leicester shirts. There was 3 or 4 of them, but could not find a Tottenham shirt. Just don't know why. Don't know what reason it is, but just couldn't find. I know they're only copies. I'm not saying that walking around the markets, but for like. I think she bought a Leicester City. She made me laugh. She bought a Leicester City shirt, and I says to her, I says, what are you buying that for? It's only 40 baht. Cost £1 for a Leicester City shirt. I'm like, oh, right, okay. I understand now why you bought it. A Leicester City shirt for £1, 40 baht. I could have bought a West Ham shirt for £1.50, but, you know, even that was too much. Yep, see you, Go. Take care, mate. Bought an LA Rams jersey for the Super Bowl. It hasn't even left China yet. I see you bought a... yeah, that's what I thought. They only do the top teams. Noel, I noticed that you bought an original baseball shirt. I bought 2 of them. I knew you'd come up with that, Stu. But I ain't joking. Honestly, Stu, most of the markets that I walked around where they have these fake shirts, there was millions of Liverpool. I mean, they had Liverpool shirts that I've never even dreamed of. I've never seen them playing. You know what I mean? Just so many different colours. Man City the same. Man U exactly the same. Chelsea. But I never seen a Tottenham one. And I don't know whether it's because you have got a serious block on them or what, but I never see. I'm granted the copies, the fakes, whatever you want to call them, but I've never seen a Tottenham one. Really didn't. I mean, I sent I think it was, I did. I sent a photo of the West Ham one to Steve, and he says, never seen them playing that. He'd never seen them playing that colour. And that was the West Ham one. So, you know, I mean, the Leeds one, they had the white, the blue, and they were quite good. They were quite decent copies, but there just weren't no Tottenham. But the ones that are most is Liverpool. Jesus Christ. David, can't you just let that go now? He wore an England shirt once. I wear England shirt quite regular. I just don't let you know about it, because if I let you know about it, you will never, ever let me forget it. So he wore an England shirt and he had his photo took in it. So pissing what? You know, I wear an England rugby shirt all the time. Let it go, Dave. Move on. Seriously, let that one go. You know, just you know. And that's not me being funny with you, mate, but you bring that one up every single time. My mate has a signed Cantona shirt from the 90s. Oh, right, okay. Stu, don't encourage him by answering it, for God's sake. Why, I need my choice. Okay, you two, carry on. Do whatever you want. I wear rugby shirts more than I wear football shirts. So I've got an England rugby shirt. I've got not that I'd wear it these days, but I've got a Leicester Tigers. I've got about seven Leicester Tiger shirts, but they're all long sleeves, so I wear them in the winter rather than wear them in the summer, because most of mine are long sleeve rugby shirts. I will be honest, I did buy a Leicester City Thailand Smiles with You shirt because I knew that the proceeds from that shirt were going towards Thailand's grassroots football and also the tourist industry. Leicester, I think it was Leicester City and Buriram, they did a joint thing. So I've got that shirt as well, where you've got the Buriram shirt that they wore in 2021. And I went when I was up in Isan, I went to Buriram's football ground, and it's modelled on Leicester City and Chelsea's ground, because the owner of Buriram is a massive Chelsea fan, and he's modelled the ground on Chelsea and Leicester's ground. But they had a shirt in there, in their like sort of their shop, their souvenir shop, and it's got, on one side it's got the Leicester City badge, and on the other side it's got the Buriram badge, and in the middle it says Thailand smiles with you, and then on the sleeve it's got LCFC, on the other sleeve it's got Buriram FC, and on the back it's got LCFC in big letters. Yep, cheers Niall, thanks for popping on, mate. Thanks for coming on. So yeah, I bought that. Cost me 900 baht, which is not a lot of money English wise. It's only £20, but Thai money wise, it was up there with their actual price of their genuine shirts. So it was a nice one, because it's got both Leicester and Buriram with the Thailand smiles with you in the middle. Not that it can fit me now, because it's too pissing small, but I'm going to get some weight off so I can wear it. But yeah. That's a nice ground. Actually, that Buriram ground, if you've never been, it's quite a nice ground. It's where Thailand's national side play as well at the minute. It's quite a decent ground. If you're ever up there, it's worth. If you're hello TMW. I'll try. Yeah, it is TMW, isn't it? Yeah, Tim. Well, anyway, how are you, mate? All right. I'm trying to work out who that was then. Yeah, if you're ever up that way and you're a big football fan, it's well worth visiting. It's a really nice ground, and it's right next door to what's it right next door to? The castle and the racetrack, which they use for motor racing. So yeah, it's well worth a trip if you're a football fan, especially if you can get to go round the stadium. It's quite a nice stadium. So hello, Az. Stick it out. How are you, Aztec? All right, mate? Oh, the one did the Dave. So the women are through to the final the same as the men. So we've got the men and the women in the curling final. Oh, great. I'm glad about that. So if anybody wants to pop on, more than welcome. If you're going to come on, please do not bring any shit here, because I don't want it. Honestly, if you come on, talk about football, talk about Thailand, don't bring any shit. If you bring any shit, I'll just boot you. I'm not interested. Life's too short. Yeah. I quite like the. I mean, them Swedes, they've won the last three out of the last 4 Olympics. They've won the gold, so it's good to knock them out, I tell you. So, I mean, if anybody does want to pop on and have a chat, talk about anything, talk about football, talk about curling, talk about the Winter Olympics if you want. I mean, I felt sorry for that young 15-year-old Russian. I mean, did you see? I ain't being funny, but did you see? She didn't win a medal. Fair play, but okay, she didn't win a medal. But did you see the way that a coach, after she didn't win a medal, it was like, she's 15 years old, for God's sake, she's a kid. I mean, these kids nowadays, they should be protected. I'm serious. I mean, I watched. Who was it? Who did I watch? I remember, I think it was the Olympics, and I was watching the skateboarding, and the kids on there, the kids, at the end of the day, they are kids. They might be brilliant or whatever, they might be great at their own sport, but at the end of the day, they are still kids. Heathrow has a mental. Yeah. I watched a plane coming down at Heathrow earlier on. Jesus Christ, I'm glad I weren't on it. It were floating a bit before it landed. it was in a bit of a state, I tell you. But yeah. But yeah, I just think, I know people are getting these athletes and these sports stars are getting younger, but at the end of the day, they are just kids. I won't say snotty nosed kids because that's the wrong attitude, but they are children. They're not adults, so treat them like children. If you know what I mean, don't berate them just because they didn't win a gold or didn't win a medal. Don't you think they feel bad enough? It's not as if she's not going to be there for the next Olympics, is she? She's only be 19 then. Yeah, it weren't just her. It was, I remember, who was it? The tennis player got stabbed, didn't she? For, the rivalry is big though, isn't it? It is big. So we're actually going to win our first medal, first and second medal of the games. Mind you, it ends on Pissing Sunday, don't it? And then the Paralympics start. So, and that doesn't get the coverage it should either, the Paralympics. Never has done. Just looking now at the, okay. Anyway, like I say, I just need to go and visit the little boy's room. I'll be back in a minute. Behave while I'm gone, please. Right, I'm back. Have I heard from Andy? Is that aimed at me? If it is, then the answer is yes. I have heard from Andy a couple of times over the last, the time when I was over in Thailand, I heard from him a few times. Not so much since I've been back, but yeah, he's still around. He's away from YouTube, I think, as far as I know. He's not interested in it much now, so he doesn't go on at all, as far as I know, unless he's just winding me up saying he don't go on. But I don't go on that much now. I don't have time, to be honest, especially since I've been back, because I'm trying to find things to do. First couple of days, we had to go out and buy winter clothes for her. Mind you, it were good because the sales were on, because everybody's moving to the spring clothing. So all the winter stuff was great. So first couple of days, we had to go out and get some Sunday and Monday. It was winter clothes, and then Tuesday and Wednesday the weather's not been brilliant, so it's been really difficult to get out. But yeah, we plan to go out and visit a few places, but it's not as if we haven't got time. Our visa's 6 months, but it's a multi-entry visa, so it's not like, we can come and go. Barry misses him. Yeah, but I think Barry misses everybody doing it at the minute. I did hear, I'll be honest with you, I did hear his 5-point bulletin about keeping a Thai girlfriend. The man hasn't got a clue. Really hasn't got a clue. But hey ho, I'm not gonna start on him. I'm really not going to start on it. It's not my business. I'm not interested. But yeah, I watched this. Yeah, I did see his 5-point bulletin on keeping a Thai woman, and yeah, he seemed to be talking as if every Thai woman was a prostitute. Well, a bar girl, should I say? Yeah, he needs to open his. Somebody actually asked him if he was talking about bar girls or normal Thai ladies, and he says both. So I think he needs to reevaluate, because I think he'll find that it's nothing like that. But hey ho, it's his opinion, and he's got a channel so he can voice his opinion. Who am I to stop him? That's why people have channels, so they can voice their opinion. But he keeps saying he's moving forward. He's moving forward with his channel and everything. Well, in my eyes, he used to be an arsehole. And if he's moved forward, then he's a cunt. Yeah. All right. I get away with that one. So, but yeah. When we're getting together, I don't know. We're talking about traveling down to London anytime in the near future. Anytime in the near future. She wants to go and see a couple of places like Buckingham Palace and the London Eye and shit places like that. So I did say we would travel down there. But the weather's got to pick up a bit, isn't it? I mean, the last thing I want to do is travel down when it's like this. It'll blow me over. Yes, definitely. Definitely the real Mr. Nobody. Definitely. Yeah. I think one of my biggest regrets was me and Jim falling out quite a while ago. That was probably one of my biggest regrets. Before that, we used to talk a lot, but we just sort of drifted apart. And yeah. We started talking originally because of Slimming World, as daft as that sounds, dieting. But yeah, I mean, it's sad news, but yeah, we I wouldn't say there was. I mean, I wouldn't say. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we had a big fallout. We just drifted apart. Me and him just drifted apart. Me and Jim. That was all it was. I remember back, oh God, 3 years ago. Yeah, it would have been 3 years ago. He was going to do his channel, and he was going to go over to Thailand. It was when he first started having his house built, and he was going to go over to Thailand, and he wanted to do some videoing. And I was talking to him at the time, and I says to him, "Oh, somebody had sent me a gimbal, which I didn't like, and it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good for my phone." And I says to him, "Tell you what, mate, I sent it to him, and he used it while he was in Thailand. Didn't use it for long because he was never really into that. He was never into making his channel. But yeah. But yeah, we didn't have a fallout. We just drifted apart, I think. But yeah, I mean, he was and always will be a gentle giant. You know, that's how I'll always remember him, as the gentle giant. I don't think he had a bad bone in his body. I really seriously don't. I don't think he had a bad bone in his body. Everybody who ever met him always said exactly the same, that he was such a lovable bloke. You know, no matter who it was, he always, you know. I know a couple of his real close mates. Grime B was one. I think Old Man was another. You know, really close mates of his. You know, so I mean, but yeah, everybody, you know, sort of. I don't think I've ever heard anybody speak ill of him. I know you don't speak ill of the dead, but even when he was alive, I don't think I've ever heard anybody ever, you know, say anything bad about Jim. I really don't. So, but anyway, you know, I mean, you remember that? Well, what you mean? You mean when I sent him the gimbal? Yeah, but you know, I mean. Anyway. Yeah. I remember I used to do Sunday evenings live streams, and when I stopped, it was weird, because when I stopped doing them a couple of years ago, I stopped doing the Sunday evening one, and he sent me a message and says, "Do you mind if if you're not going to do them?" He says, "Do you mind if I do them?" And he started doing them with Jamie. Him and Jamie started doing the Sunday live streams. But he was that kind of bloke, you know. He actually messaged me to ask me if I minded. You know what I mean? That was how he was. You know, he did them two did the Sunday live stream. But he was just such a nice bloke. You know, and I don't mean that, you know, people could say, "Oh, you know," but he really was. And he never wanted it. He never got involved in any of this drama or any of the shit that was going down. I mean, you'd find him on, and you know, you'd find him on Talkback Thailand one day, or Talkback Thailand in the morning, and then My Two Box in the afternoon. Even when them two were even when the two sides were at each other, you'd find him on both. You know, and he'd just go wherever he wanted to go, because he never cared. You know, he really never cared. He was that kind of bloke. So yeah, and it's sad that he leaves two kids and a missus. But anyway, like I say, this was just a bit of a live stream, just chucking it out there. I haven't done one for a thingy, so I know Noel put the link up. Just looking through Niall's thing now, so see if I can find the link, but he's got how many bloody videos, even I find it hard. Yeah, how is my two bots? Anyway, I ain't. I see him go on. I've seen him on a couple of live streams, but I haven't seen him for a while. I know he's in Bangkok at the moment, but he's definitely staying away from everything that's going on. Oh, by the way, Tim, I had a long conversation with your son, your lad, if you understand who I mean. While I was in Thailand, he rang me up drunk one night. Bloody hell. I says, he come home from a night out and he rang me up. And I says, I can't talk. He says, what? I said, she's asleep. I ended up having to get out of bed to have a conversation with him, and I ended up talking to him for about 2.5 bloody hours. Now that is one sound bloke. One really nice man. Really nice bloke. Yes, an absolute gentleman and a really nice bloke. You know, I mean, yeah, he's another one that I know people don't like him. I know that, you know, the thingy, but I've only got looks like a pig in shit. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I have only got the utmost respect for that man. Honestly, he's a really nice bloke. Really nice bloke. I said to him, next time we're in Thailand together, I'm going out on the piss with him. Definitely, really nice bloke. Yeah, I think it was about. It must have been. Yeah, got to have been over 2 hours chatting, and then his phone went dead. I think his battery packed up. His battery had packed up, but yeah. Oh, we chewed the fat over a lot of things. And none of it drama, to be honest. But yeah. In actual fact, I think out of all the people I've met, I don't think I've met, there's nobody I've met that I've thought I don't want to meet again. Yeah. Oh, Beans. Yeah. Me and Beans are, yeah, we go way back. But yeah, I mean, but I don't think, like I say, I mean, the people I've met, genuinely met, I don't think I've met a bad one yet. There's nobody I've met that I've thought, I won't want to meet him again. I mean, while I was in Thailand this time, I spent a lot of time with, well, not a lot of time, but I spent, 3 or 4 days with Kicks, lovely bloke, really nice bloke, Kicks, sound as a pound, had a right laugh with him. Spent 3 or 4 days with Mick, Thailand Mick, and I watched him. I met him the very first day he came to Thailand. He went to Thailand. I met him when he came out of quarantine. I went over, and because he was in Bangkok and he didn't really know the area or anything, so I went over to his hotel. Don't even go there with him. But don't even get me started on that man. He's yeah. But I met up with Mick the very first day he got into Thailand. Met him out of his hotel, and I watched him go from literally struggling to where he was. But I spent a lot of time with Mick. Lovely bloke, really nice bloke. Steve the Bud. You can't. I mean, to be honest, I've met Steve more times than I've probably met anybody else. I think, in actual fact, I have. I've met Steve, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 or 7 times I've met Steve. And every time is brilliant. I've been on the beer with him in London a couple of times. Met him at a few Thai festivals. Met his absolute beautiful daughter. Met him at a few festivals and met him at even had the pleasure to meet his beautiful daughter. So absolute outstanding man. Absolute outstanding man. The only one problem with Steve is that he's a West Ham fan. But I mean, you can't hold that against him. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's just the way he is. But I'll agree with you, Tim. He is a lovely bloke. I met Joe Ford, who was on here earlier on, another West Ham fan, but another really nice bloke. Obviously I've met Warren a few times. Met Justin. He don't come on YouTube anymore, but I met him. But I don't think there's anybody that I've met that I've turned around and say, or I've walked away thinking he's a dickhead. I've thought a lot of people are dickheads, but no, I don't think there is. Genuinely don't. I've met the closest one to it was probably Andy. No, that's not nice. Andy's just a dickhead anyway, and I think Steve will agree with me on that one. Piss off, Steve. I didn't start it. If you're going to go blah 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 blah, blame the real Mr. Nobody. He started this, not me. I'm just reminiscing now on how many people I've met. But like I say. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to wrap this up. It was nice talking to everyone. I might do another one day. Depends how I feel. This weekend, I've got a busy weekend because we've got company over the weekend. So, a pretty busy weekend. And I'm trying to keep myself off of YouTube as much as I can, because she doesn't watch YouTube. She doesn't like YouTube. It's quite funny. She has no social media at all. So it's yeah, she doesn't understand YouTube. She knows it's an hobby, and she knows I make videos, but she's not interested. She's not interested in YouTube. She's not interested in any social media. But on that note, I'm going to shoot out. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and look after yourselves. And I'll see you when I see you. Probably, if Leicester get a result on Sunday, I might do a live stream. If Leicester get beat, I'll be hiding again until we win. But if we do get a result against Wolves, especially if the likes of Tottenham or any of them get beat, then, you know, I'll probably do a live stream just to take the piss out of somebody. Especially if Arsenal win and Tottenham lose, then I will definitely be doing a live stream. But other than that, take care, everyone, and stay safe, and I'll speak to you later. See you all.